I'm Tony, and this is Earth Files Earth History. Recently, in the news headlines, we've all seen astronomers see phosphine signal in Venus atmosphere. Now, phosphine is a gas biomarker for microscopic organisms. But what they're not telling you is what they already know about Venus, and what they know is it it possibly does have a sustainable atmosphere for humans to actually live out in the open without any type of assisted breathing apparatus or pressure suits. They also know that there's life forms on that planet, whatever those life forms might be. But they also know that millions of years ago there was a civilization that inhabited Venus because of these megalithic structures that they have found all over that planet. Now I'm going to show you how they covered up some of these first images. That's how long they've known about this. Ever since the first satellites sent back images and the first surface probes sent back images, they did see structures in them. That's how many structures are all over Venus. Now, this is the first image we're going to look at. This is an example. The skyline is over brightened, and the reason they did that is to cover up structures that would be seen in this image. Now, this next image is the same image, but this is a close-up of that area. And you notice they put clouds to cover up the structures, but they didn't cover up all of them. Here's a couple of structures here in the background, and then there's one here. The image that I'm going to be working with is some of the first images from the Russian surface probe called Venera. You can also find it on in Astronation Science. If you look at the image at first, it looks like nothing but a bunch of rocks and boulders, but it's the way they ossificated, blended everything in together. Some areas you'll see it's kind of smoky or foggy looking. Here, that helps hide what's remained of these structures that have collapsed over time and have fragmented. We're going to look a little bit closer. Now you can see something that looks like it was completely round at one time. It's broken off on the edges, and then it has marks on the edge of it that are equally separated and spaced apart. Then you have a perfect angle here and a perfect square, and then you have another perfect square, kind of looks like a box with something coming out of it, and then you got something that doesn't look natural at all that's sticking up off the surface. And then there's a closer view. There's that round piece of material, the angle, the square, and the other box looking artifact here. Okay, so now we're going to go to where the structure is that they're hiding, which is here in the background. Before we look at the cover-up of the structure, the parts of this structure that fell off of it fell over this debris in this area, and you can tell this is not a natural formation through here. And now you can see this material even better through here, and you can start seeing the fog that's has an A-frame shape to it through here. And they didn't bring the ossification all the way to the edges, so you will see the remaining part of the building here and here, and some through this cloudy looking ossification. And then I'm going to bring it in and darken it, and there it is. They're covering up the main frame that was left standing, Now you can see the building in the background, the one that is standing, and you can see parts of the building through this fog here, and then you can see that this material has a couple of windows or a couple of openings in it. And you can see another piece right in this area. So they've known about this ever since they received images back from these probes. Now this next image is the only image known of actually what Venus surface and atmosphere looks like, and this was hidden in a file under the Hawaiian volcano, or the Hawaii volcanoes. And now you can see where they put the fog to cover up these high-rise structures through here. You can see what's remaining of these megalithic structures, and these structures are miles long, and no telling how tall they are. And then up on, I guess, one of the mountains there, there's another structure built. This is the remaining of the foundation that overlooked this area. Then when you go back to the back of the image, you can see these other structures still standing. These things are huge through here. So everything we've been told about Venus has all been disinformation and a lie. Okay, everybody. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great day. This is Tony with Earth Files Earth History, signing out.